Hey guys, here we are for our October market update. We are going to be looking at what happened so far this year through end of third quarter, because yes, we are in October. We are in the home stretch of fourth quarter in 2024, headed into and thinking about what is to come in 2025. So a couple of things. I'm going to go through where we are right now in the market as compared to last year at this same time frame. Also, what we're doing, this will be our last market update until January. We are shifting in 2020 during the lockdowns of the pandemic. I started doing weekly market updates. And as things kind of transitioned and the world started to get somewhat back to normal, whatever that is, I went to doing market updates every 2 weeks, and then it went to once a month. And since about 2021, I have been doing monthly market updates. And we are now in a place in the market where we are just not seeing big changes month over month. So in 2025, we are going to be doing quarterly market updates. So this video will be coming out quarterly rather than monthly, and it'll be chock full of great information. It will really give you a good perspective on what's happening in the market. And I think doing it once a quarter will give you a little bit of a meatier feel for what the market is doing at those specific times. So having said all of that, let's dive into how we have landed since January of this year as compared to, again, same time frame for last year in 2023. So looking at Muscogee and Harris County, so far this year, there have been 1,950 closed sales. This same time last year, there were about 1,935, so pretty flat. And spoiler alert, we're pretty flat across all areas in all four counties that we primarily cover from last year to this year. So honestly, there haven't been big market changes except for our average home price, which has continued to go up. So average days on the market so far this year is 37, and last year it was 36. Average sales price so far this year in Muscogee and Harris County is $271,300. For this same time last year, it was about $255,500. So we have seen average home price continue to go up in this market. List to sale price percent. What was the final list price after price reductions? And what did it actually sell for? So far this year, it's at 98.57%. And last year, it was about 98.8%. So you can see things are pretty flat with regard to performance, except we are continuing to increase in average home price. Currently in Muscogee and Harris County, there are about 485 active listings and about 311 pending sales. For this same time last year, there were about 361 active listings and about 286 pending sales. So the good news is we're seeing a little more inventory in the market, and we actually do have some additional pending sales over this same time last year going into fourth quarter. So it'll be interesting in January when we see how the year wraps up, where all of those numbers come out. All right, looking at Russell and Lee County, there have been 974 closed sales so far this year, and for the same time frame last year, it was 969. Pretty flat. Average days on the market, about 35, and for this same time last year, it was about 33 days. Average home price is about $282,000 so far this year, and for this same time frame last year, it was $269,000. List to sale price percent for Russell and Lee County is right at about 100% right now. So after price reductions, we're not seeing a whole lot of negotiation going on with sales price. And this same time last year was about 99.3. So what that shows me is that list to sale prices is holding a little stronger than in Russell and Lee County than in Muscogee and Harris County. And part of that is probably due to the fact that there's a lot less inventory in Russell and Lee County. Right now, there are about 250 active listings this time, and there are about 155 pending sales. This time last year, there were about 197 active listings and 174 pending sales. So we're up a little bit from last year on inventory, but we're down a little bit on pending sales for this same time frame. Not anything significant or concerning. Just kind of where the numbers are right now. So that is what is happening in the market so far for 2024 compared to 2023 in our local market. Let's get Dustin in here to talk interest rates and tell us what's going on in the mortgage market.
More volatility. So just kind of the
kind
story.
of been the story of the last couple of years.
Yeah, at least the last 24 months or so. They're still not as bad as they have been. Right now your conventional rate, and there seems to be a pretty big gap there between conventional, FHA, and VA. Conventional is going to be about 6.625. VA and FHA are going to still fall somewhere between that 5.75 and 6% number, just depending on what fees are attached to that rate, but you can still get in the fives on our government loans as far as FHA and VA. The Fed rate cut did not help us quite as much as we hoped for.
And we knew that was a risk, that it may not really shift the rates, the mortgage rates that much.
But it didn't hurt. But it did. I think there was a brief window there where it did help us a little. We've had some job data. I know we've talked about that a lot over the last couple of years as far as if new job creations are up, typically mortgage rates rise, and our job creation reports right now, at least the Bureau of Labor Statistics reports, have been higher than anticipated. So that has hurt us some as far as rates. So that'll be something to watch kind of as we get through the election and moving into January. But I still, like me and Kim were talking about previously, prior to the video, I still think we're going to see rates decline. I do not think it's going to be a steady decline, but it's going to be a seesaw. There's going to be some bad days, some bad weeks. But I think ultimately, as we move into next year, you will see a slow up and down that hopefully ends a little bit lower.
And I mean, what we discussed last time, I think, was that interest rates, the Fed is expecting to make like 6 to 8 cuts between, September, which they did, through probably about the next 12 months. So those are likely to be very incremental changes going forward. And so it's going to be a slow and steady wins the race kind of situation with interest rates. We're not likely to see a major drop all of a sudden based on what's happening right now at the moment.
Right. And I don't know if we want to. We can't have them bottom out too quickly. It will be worse than them staying high. So consistency is probably better than a quick fall.
But the good news is all projections at the moment are that they're trending down. So that's, we're not expecting, hopefully, we're not expecting any kind of significant increase in rate that's going to affect the mortgage market.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
And just to quickly touch on just refinances, I think there's still a window if you're a VA customer, if you're somebody that bought last October, anywhere between about October and the end of the year, you probably could still benefit from a refinance if you're somebody that's doing that. Conventional, I don't know if that window is there yet for you, but somebody that bought last October, you may have a chance. It may be worth looking at.
So if you've been in your house about a year and you're trying to figure out, does it make sense to take advantage of where the rates are now, call Dustin and let him kind of look at those numbers, process that for you. Again, as we've said before, there are a lot of factors that go into that. How long are you planning on staying in the house? There's just a lot that you consider before you do a refinance. But Dustin can help you with that. He can give you all the dish on it. So. All right.
That's it.
Well, that's all we've got for today. This was a quick and dirty version of This Month in Housing. We are, like I said, going to go to quarterly updates, so we will not be doing any more market updates until January, when we come to you right after the first of the year to tell you how did 2023 end up. I think it's probably, based on where we are now, probably going to be pretty flat against 2023. Probably going to be focusing on what home values are doing, because that's always an important part for us. But other than that, I don't expect that there's going to be any major surprises between now and then that are so significant that we need to jump back on here and do a special video. But if something does happen in November or December, we will. Otherwise, we will see you guys for the end of the year market review in January, and stay posted on all the updates on social, all of that we do, because anything that's coming down the line, we'll keep you guys updated there as well. So anything else you want to add to it?
I think that's it.
All right. Well, thank you guys, and we'll see you soon.